I'm fed up with the endless chatter from this government about hard decisions and tough choices. Enough already. What happens when the UK's first female Chancellor presents a so-called groundbreaking budget? If Isabel Oakeshott is watching, you can bet her critique won't pull any punches. She didn't just critique Rachel Reeves's proposals, she obliterated them. Reeves has the audacity to propose a staggering £40 billion tax hike, and Oakeshott wasted no time branding it a disaster waiting to happen. Families are already drowning under the weight of soaring energy bills, skyrocketing grocery prices, and relentless mortgage pressures. And what does the Labour Party do? They pile on even more taxes. Oakeshott asks the burning question, how is this supposed to help struggling Brits? Is it about genuinely solving problems or merely filling government coffers? Let's not forget that all this extra cash flooding into the public sector and towards public sector workers comes with zero accountability. Where's the plan for how Wes Streeting, the Health Secretary, intends to spend the billions being thrown at the NHS? Oakeshott didn't hold back, slamming the budget for its utter lack of ambition. Where's the strategy to actually boost the economy, support small businesses, or create viable opportunities? Instead, we get empty promises wrapped in political rhetoric. The real issue is that the Labour Party appears to be more focused on optics than on delivering real solutions. Oakeshott's verdict was brutally clear. Rachel Reeves had a chance to make history but instead made headlines for all the wrong reasons. As if the £40 billion tax hike wasn't already egregious, the decision to cut winter fuel payments for pensioners was an additional slap in the face. Oakeshott likened Reeves to a con artist on the run, constantly changing her appearance to dodge scrutiny, fully aware that the British public is onto her lies. She's been caught lying on her CV and now blames her staff for her own mistakes. It's appalling and dishonourable. For many elderly Brits, these payments are a lifeline, especially with energy costs soaring. How can anyone justify pulling support from those who are already struggling? Oakeshott called this move a cruel betrayal, highlighting that the cuts aim to save just £1.4 billion while leaving pensioners to face an even harsher winter. Oakeshott rightly questioned Labour's priorities. Why target the elderly instead of finding savings elsewhere? Is this really about fairness or simply the easy way out? Reeves defended the cuts as necessary for managing spending, but Oakeshott countered that it exposes a glaring lack of creativity for a party that claims to protect the vulnerable. This feels like a slap in the face to those who have spent their lives contributing to the system. Oakeshott didn't stop there. She called out Reeves for her empty promises made during the elections. The electorate is wise to her tactics. She's conned businesses by pretending to be a friend of the industry while penalising them at every turn. The question looms, is Labour genuinely the party of the people, or are they just engaging in political posturing? Isabel Oakeshott's initial hope for Rachel Reeves quickly faded as her speeches and policies led to frustration. Being the first female Chancellor isn't enough, it requires substance, vision, confidence, and a genuine connection with the public. Instead, Oakeshott felt that Reeves's speeches were devoid of these qualities, offering absolutely no real solutions. It's not enough to make history, you need to live up to it. Oakeshott altered Starmer's narrative about tough decisions, dubbing them stupid decisions that will haunt the party for years to come. As criticism mounted, Oakeshott shifted her focus to Labour's track record, especially their persistent inability to get their numbers straight. Whether it's budgets, policies, or promises, the inconsistencies are glaring. How can a party lead when they can't even agree on their own figures? Oakeshott highlighted their dismissive stance toward women affected by state pension inequality, calling it a lack of respect. Labour's economic plans are crumbling under the spotlight. Their projections often lack clarity, and promises don't align with reality. If they can't handle basic math, how can they manage the country? The stakes are high, and Oakeshott made it clear that Labour risks losing the public's trust entirely if they continue down this path. Beyond housing, where's the accountability? Oakeshott brought into question Angela Rayner's bold promise of building 1.5 million homes, only to see that 5 out of 7 of those homes are for migrants, not British families struggling for affordable housing. How does this address the housing crisis? The numbers are stark, and millions of Brits are on waiting lists. Oakeshott rightly pointed out that a plan not prioritising citizens isn't a solution, it's a distraction. The cracks in Starmer's leadership are becoming more apparent, with the party appearing disjointed and lacking accountability for their blunders. Labour relies heavily on scripted interviews, which only furthers the disconnect from the electorate. If they can't speak from the heart now, how will they connect with the voters when it matters most? Oakeshott ended with a direct challenge. Britain needs real solutions, not just slogans. Stop hiding behind scripts and start speaking the truth. Because without that, how can anyone believe they're ready to lead? It's time for Labour to step up or step aside.